The Nokia Lumia 900 close to launching in AT&T. A Nokia tablet seems to be like the next best thing, and sorry guys, Angry Birds Space is not planning to come to Windows Phone. All this and more coming up right now. Hello everyone, I'm Jaime with PocketNow.com and welcome to Windows Phone View, the show where we wrap up all this week's good and bad inside the world of Microsoft's Windows Phone platform. Let's start this week off with what's good. The Nokia Lumia 900 is probably one of the most anticipated Windows phones of the year. It incarnates the LTE Windows Phone powerhouse that we've been waiting for, and we had some time to play with it at CES and MWC, so you know that we're all geared up and waiting for the device to be out to review it and give you the full coverage that you're expecting. Now, it's interesting to see that AT&T apparently has everything ready to launch the device on April 9th, so prepare your wallets, and you can bet that we will be seeing a lot more of this phone coming up, because it seems that AT&T is planning to give their employees a free Lumia 900 to play with. So I'm glad to see that they're now taking seriously how they have to sell the phone, because in the past you didn't even see Windows phones at sales stores aside from dummies. So really good news. Speaking of Nokia, they recently committed to providing certain features that are not available in Lumia models in the market. First of all is the wireless hotspot feature that we saw advertised on the Lumia 610. Kind of a no-brainer, not sure why that's not available yet. And second is native panorama photo mode in camera settings. And just the wireless hotspot feature alone is a deal breaker for many people. I mean, hey, that's the only reason why I'm rocking an HTC Titan and not a Lumia 800. So let's hope they have these features out on the market soon, because we have no dates so far. Out of this week's coverage, make sure you catch Adam Lane's recent editorial regarding the Nokia concept redesign for Windows Phone. It's driven a lot of controversy because Nokia acknowledges it and says that they're entitled to tweak Windows Phone however they want, but Microsoft says otherwise. So I kind of don't like it. Just hit the link in the description, look at the redesign, and tell us what you think on the comments down below. And aside from that, make sure you also catch his recent coverage on Project Detroit, which is a sort of a merger for Windows Phone and Windows 8 tablets to play with cars. Kind of nice. And speaking of controversy, we were all kind of underwhelmed with Microsoft's limit of 5 applications running in the background in Mango. And interesting enough, we came with some recent ROM images that show Windows Phone Tango, which is supposed to be for low-end phones, running as much as 8 applications at the same time. So hopefully this is some sort of just Mango limit, and apparently we will be getting Tango on every device, not necessarily the low-end smartphones, and hopefully that will allow us to have more applications running in the background, because if Tango can do it, why not Mango? And what about Windows 8 tablets? Well, it seems that as markets keep converging, as technology keeps evolving, tablets are the next best thing, and Nokia has plans to bring a tablet to the market. Their chief of design recently came on record to state that a tablet design has gotten busy completely, so it seems that Nokia will provide a tablet eventually. Now, we have no release date, so the earliest we can expect is when the planned launch date for Windows 8 is, which is pretty much around the fall. So it seems like the next possibility, and for those of you that consider it odd for Nokia to bring a tablet to the market, just remember that Nokia started as a paper company back in the 19th century, so why not? That does it for what's good. Let's continue on with what's bad, and probably the worst news of the week is the fact that Rovio just stated that they will not be providing Angry Birds Space to the Windows Phone marketplace. According to them, the numbers are not big enough for them to be putting their resources into developing another game, and it's kind of a bad situation because, first of all, we all know that Microsoft has provided some really good tools to port iOS and Android applications to Windows Phone quite easily. It's kind of a no-brainer, but it seems that, and call this a personal rant, I think that the low numbers in sales at the Windows Phone marketplace have nothing to do with the amount of customers or the amount of apps being available. The apps are good, but the problem is it's 4 times more expensive to buy an application on Windows Phone and an Android. I mean, Angry Birds and Android is free. In some cases, it only costs $1, and then on the iOS App Store, it also costs just $1. So why should you be paying $2.99 or $3.99 for Angry Birds on the Windows Phone marketplace and pay less money on other platforms? I think that it has to do with the business model, and before you die-hard fans come up to me and say that, hey, the business model has to do with the fact that there are less customers in Windows Phone, just cut the excuses. I feel that, and remember that back in the day when there was no App Store and no marketplace for Android, hey, Angry Birds cost the same dollar that it costs now. It has nothing to do with the amount of customers. It has everything to do with the platform and the owner of the platform, this time being Microsoft, controlling the prices. If not, they're not going to push applications in the Windows Phone marketplace, and therefore you're not going to be selling more phones. That really has to change. Again, that's a personal rant of mine. Leave a comment down below and tell us what you think about why applications are more expensive in the Windows Phone marketplace compared to other platforms. What's the reason? That's it for today's show. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Jaime Rivera. Remember to give us a thumbs up if you like what you saw. That's it for now.